This corner of North Yorkshire used to produce so much electricity it was known as Megawatt Valley. Thousands of jobs were generated by 3 power stations until the lights went out at 2 of them. Climate change triggered a push away from coal to clean energy. Britain's green transition was underway. Richard Wilson worked at the power station at Ferrybridge for nearly 40 years, becoming a senior manager, until coal and his job weren't needed anymore.
I am a casualty of climate change because I've lost my job because the power station that I worked at was by the government closed down, and their reason for that was climate. They were saving the world for climate change. It makes you think, well, I've worked here for 38 years, was it worth it?
Do you think enough was done to help people like you keep jobs?
We were in the front trenches, but we weren't being shot at from the front, we were being shot at from the back. Thrown to the wolves is a good way of saying it. We don't want to go that way. The country's going this way.
And how does that make you feel?
It did. You make you feel angry and, if you like, not worth too much.
The think tank, the IPPR, estimates by the end of the year 1.7 million jobs could go as a result of the COVID crisis in the UK. But data compiled exclusively for Sky News shows green jobs could help plug this gap. With bold investment, 1.6 million jobs could be created in the next decade. There were bold changes at the third of the 3 North Yorkshire power stations, Drax, the only one that adapted and survived. Each of these huge biomass domes contains 75,000 tonnes of wood pellets, a renewable energy source delivered by train, which is now the backbone of the plant's electricity production.
This is just a fraction of the amount of coal that used to be stored here. Last year, just 4% of the electricity generated at Drax came from coal. And by next summer, there'll be nothing left. Coal will have been completely erased from the landscape.
Jason Shipstone has worked at Drax for more than 30 years and now leads the piloting of carbon capture technology at the heart of Drax's ambition to be carbon negative by 2030.
These transitions can be difficult. Drax, we've changed, we have to change, we are in a climate emergency, we do have to decarbonise these things, we have a legally binding target now. Some of this stuff will be difficult, but we have to go through the journey, we have to do it.
The jobs market will be difficult enough after the pandemic. The challenge is how to thrive in a post-COVID green recovery. Lisa Holland, Sky News, North Yorkshire.